What's good with you guys, man? It's Grind Life Productions back at it again with another video. I hope you guys have been doing good. I hope you guys have been taking care of yourselves. And most importantly, you guys already know what I'm going to say. I hope you guys been staying on the grind. I hope you guys been locked in. I hope you guys have not been letting like negative people get in your way. And I hope you guys most definitely haven't been talking negative to yourselves, because the way how you speak to yourself, it reflects in your actions too. So you got to speak better to yourself. If you don't feel like you can do certain things, talk to yourself a little better. Give yourself some positive affirmations. Speak to yourself better. Like that's what you got to do, because if everybody in the world is bringing you down and you got everything working against you, why would you add on even more stress to your plate by being negative to yourself? Because at the end of the day, it's just going to be you. When you look at yourself in the mirror, it's just going to be you. You're the only one going to sleep with yourself at the end of the day. It's nobody else. So these people can feel however they want about you. But how do you feel about yourself? Do you feel like you're the greatest? Or do you feel like you're a loser? Because however you feel, that's how you're going to act. That's the actions. That's how your actions are going to show. So you got to talk to yourself better. I don't care what nobody's saying about you, bro. Do it for yourself. Do it for yourself. Win for yourself. Be your biggest fan. Me personally, I'm my biggest fan. If nobody would support me right now, I probably would still be on YouTube, still dropping these videos, because I'm my biggest fan. I'm my biggest fan. Sometimes I catch myself watching my own videos, bro. I be watching my own videos, man. So it's like, if nobody watches them, I'm gonna watch them. I'm gonna watch them because I made it. So I'm like, why not? Why not? Why not? So that's just who I am. But yeah, man, this video is pretty much basically like a part two to the video that I just previously did, which was the earn everything and beg for nothing. So this one is just gonna be beg for nothing and work for everything. Pretty much the same thing, but we're going to dive into some more points. We're going to dive into some more points. So, like, pretty much in the first one, we was just talking about like just being a strong individual and being mentally strong, not letting anybody just take you down, not depending on anybody for your own success, and especially not pointing fingers or anything like that. So we got those basics down, but we really need to tap into the topic of victimhood. There is no way that you can claim victimhood in the year of 2025 when there are so many opportunities out here. It doesn't even make sense. It doesn't even make sense. I understand people want to say, oh, yeah, inflation is going crazy. Oh, yeah, all these things are happening, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, all of these things are happening. But at the same time, America prints $1 trillion a day. Well, not a day, but every 90 days, I believe. So there is always there's always more opportunities. There's money out here for everybody. You just got to go out and chase it. You got to go out and chase it. And you can't feel sorry for yourself. You can't say you're a victim. Bad things happen to everybody. Bad things happen to me. Bad things happen to your next door neighbor. Bad things probably even happen to your parents. Some things that you might not even know about. They probably happen to your parents, but they choose not to tell you because they don't want you worrying about that. They don't want you worrying about that. But the thing is, it's not all about you, but it is at the same time. It's not all about you, but it is at the same time. So I say that to say this: when you're going through some tough trials, don't get mad at the world. Don't get mad at the world, because getting mad at the world is just going to make you bitter. You're going to lash out at people who did nothing to you just because you're going through life, just because you're going through a human experience in this matrix. You can't be doing that. You can't be doing that because you're not the only one. You're not the only one. So that's what I mean when I say it's not all about you. But when I also say it is about you at the same time, I mean, you're the one who has to put in that work. You're the one who has to chase after your goals. You're the one who has, like, you got to make your dreams a reality. You can't let them stay dreams. You got to make it a reality because nobody's going to make your vision come true except for you because it's your vision. It's your vision. You can tell people everything that you want to do. You can tell people all the plans that you want to get done, but a lot of these people just might laugh at you because they'll just look at you and they'll be like, "Oh man, well yeah, this person is not going to do this. He's just chatting. He just probably wants to sound cool. He probably just wants to sound like he got something going on, but excuse me, but in reality, he's probably not going to get any of this any of these things done." We need to normalize not even talking about our plans until it actually falls through fruition. So, before you say a word to anybody, before you say anything to anybody about what you're going to do, make sure you get it done first. Make sure you get it done first before you start chatting. If that person is not going to help you get to that point, you shouldn't be telling them nothing. You shouldn't be telling them nothing. I had my boss. She asked me, "Oh, well, what did I have planned for the summer?" I told her I was just gonna be working on some personal things. You think I'm gonna tell her that I'm grinding on YouTube and just stacking up bread for the summer? No, I ain't gonna tell her that because that's for me. That's for me to know. Now, if I pop off and she see me, then hey, ain't nothing I could do about that. You see me, you caught me red-handed. You caught me red-handed. But I'm gonna keep it private until it can't be private anymore. I'm gonna keep it private until it can't be private anymore because I don't like talking about things that I haven't done yet. I don't like saying I'm gonna do things and I never end up doing them. So that's why I got a whole bunch of plans that you guys don't know. I got a whole bunch of things that I'm gonna get done that you guys don't know. But I'm not gonna tell you guys yet until I actually pop out with it. Because yeah, I'm behind the scenes. Yeah, I'm getting things done. Yeah, I'm making plays. But as exciting as it is, I'm not gonna tell you guys anything because I didn't get it done yet. It's not it's not in the physical yet. And how I see things, if it's not in the physical, then why should I tell you? Why should I tell you? I'm not going to talk about something that I haven't done because you might want some advice from me, but how can I give you the advice when I haven't done it yet? Like my advice holds no value because I have nothing to show for it. I'm a man of proof. I'm a man of proof. I impact a lot of people. I get messages every day of people being inspired by me. Thank the Almighty God because without Him, I wouldn't be able to do any of this. Without Him, I wouldn't have the mindset that I have. Without Him, I wouldn't have a good majority of things that I have. So I thank God for everything, every blessing. I even thank him for the struggles because I just be like, hey, this is a test and I'm ready to perform. I've been training, I've been in the lab, and I've been doing what I got to do. I'm in the studio right now getting to it. I'm in the studio right now getting to it. So it's like, bro, there's no way I could claim victimhood. And you shouldn't be claiming victimhood either. Just get better. Just get better. Nobody cares. Work harder. Think anybody cares about you? You think anybody cares about the struggles that you go through on a day-to-day basis? Bro, outside of America, there are people dying. There are people dying for the craziest reasons that you probably won't even understand, but these things are happening. People going through real problems, people going through real things, but you stressing over small stuff just because it's new to you. Nah, bro. Not to say your problems don't matter, but it's not as bad as you think. So it's not like the whole world is ending. You just got to put yourself in somebody else's shoes because it could be way worse. It could be way worse. It could be way worse. So why are we stressing? Why are we stressing? We shouldn't be stressing. We should be working. We should be grinding. We should be getting to it. We should be focused. We should be locked in. We should be all of these things. I understand we slip up sometimes, and that's okay. Sometimes I slip up myself. But one thing I got to make sure I do is get back on. You got to get back on. As soon as you fall off, you got to get back on. You got to get back on. You know how many people fall off that horse and they never get back on? And they just look at themselves and they be like, what happened? Because, bro, I'm telling you, time starts to go by so fast. when you fall off and you accept defeat. 1 minute you blink, like the minute you blink, as soon as you fall off, like 10 years just passed. 10 years of you doing absolutely nothing just passed. So much time. We got to give a moment of silence to all that time that you just wasted. I rest my case. You got to lock in. You got to lock in. One thing about meditation is that while you're meditating, you're going to be like your thoughts are going to play tricks on your mind. Like you're going to see certain things, but you got to lock in. You got to lock in the meditation so you can relax, so you can free your mind. You can't get dragged away by all these random thoughts because everything is going to hit you all at once. But you need to focus on the true goal. And the true goal is to focus on your breath during meditation. The true goal is to focus on relaxation. You're probably going to drift away, but you got to refocus. That's the number one thing. Refocusing, never losing sight of that end goal. Never losing sight of that end goal because the end goal is all you have. It's all you have. You can't let anybody get in the way of that. You can't let anybody get in the way of that because as soon as you let somebody get in the way of your success, it's all over. It's all downhill. It's all downhill. But you can't let them get that though. You can't let them get that. You got to stay strong. You got to stand on your word. You got to do what you got to do. That's just how it is. You got to do what you have to do. You may not feel like it. Sometimes I don't even feel like working out. It's sometimes I don't even feel like making these videos, but I know it has to be done because I said that I wasn't going to stop until I get monetized. So what does that look like? What does it look like for me to stop and I'm not even monetized yet? That just goes to show that I was chatting and I wasn't serious about what I was talking about. It just goes to show that I was just like everybody else who said they wanted something, but they never fully went after it. I'm not like that. I'm not like that. If I say I want something, I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it. And I'm not going to blame anybody for it but myself. Sometimes you need to point the finger back at yourself because pointing it at other people is not going to do anything for you. It's not going to do anything for you. You're going to really sue somebody just because they distracted you from your goals? No. No. It's not going to work like that. And I'm going to tell you this right now. You're going to lose that case because you're trying to be a victim and it's not going to work out. It's not going to work out. So you got to let that go and you got to charge that to the game. You just you just got to stop. You got to stop complaining. Got to stop complaining because you got what it takes. You just got to stop complaining. Stop crying all the time. Stop crying all the time when things don't go your way. Like, bro, we're grown adults. Why are we still complaining about life when life happens to everybody? Why are we still complaining? Why? I understand like crazy things may happen, like unexpected things may happen, but it doesn't mean like we got to go through our we it doesn't mean we got to go throughout like our whole lives complaining about the same thing that happened to us like a year ago or 2 years ago, 3 years ago. We need to elevate. We need to focus on the future. We need to focus on the future. We just need to be like, you know what? I accept that this happened to me, but you know what? I don't have time to be hung up on it. I don't got time to be hung up on it. I got to get better. I got to grow because you're stunting your own growth by focusing on things of the past when the past will not change. The only thing that's going to change is your future and the present. The only thing that you can change is the future and the present. Focus on what you have control over. If you don't have control over certain things, then hey, I'm sorry to tell you this, but you can't do anything about that. But whatever you do have control over, you can refine that. You can make that the best. You can make your best work out of that because you can actually change that. You can alter the reality of that situation because you have power over that. But things that you just don't have power over, you can't worry about it. You can't sweat the small stuff. Leave that to God. Let him do his thing in the spiritual and we do our thing in the physical. We got to stop. This one thing we really got to stop trying to do. We got to stop playing God. We got to stop playing God because we supposed to be servants. How can we be servants if we're doing the master's job? How can we be servants and we're trying to do the job of the master over ourselves? It's not going to work out. We're going to drive ourselves insane. So t- save yourself the stress, save yourself a peace of mind, and let him do his thing. If something is going wrong and you don't think something is going to go right, pray to God about that. Go to God about that. That's all you can do. That's all you can do. If you can't change those situations, prayer changes things. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Sometimes you can only fight the battle in the physical for only so long, but it comes a point in time where you got to step into the spiritual. You got to open up that Bible. You got to start meditating again. You got to start going to God again. You got to start praying to God again. You got to start thanking God for the day as soon as you wake up. That's what you got to do. You got to fight that battle in the spiritual too. See, it's not just like a one-way street. It's a two-way fight. It's a two-way fight. It's like I'm not going to say a four-way intersection, but it's a two-way fight. So you got to do what you got to do. Got to do what you got to do, but we just can't make excuses for it. It's like I say the game is like really simple, but it's easier said than done because if it was easy, everybody would do that. And I understand. I understand how it is. But you can't deny the fact that it's simple because for something not to be simple, you don't know what you got to do. You don't know what to do. But if you know what to do, it seems pretty simple. It seems pretty simple. So, yeah, like if I asked you to solve 2 plus 2, that's easy. That's probably not a good example, but the whole thing I'm trying to get at is that it's simple. Like all you got to do is add 2 plus 2 and boom, you get 4. But yeah, man, when you look at things at a simplistic mindset, things don't become as scary as it used to be because it's like, you know what? I already know what I got to do. Let me just get it done. You building up that pain tolerance, you building up that endurance. You're growing every single day. You can't be afraid of the growth. You got to embrace the growth. Just like I said in my last video, don't be afraid of it. Embrace it. Embrace it because I'm telling you, strength is the key to the win. You got to be strong out here. You got to be because if you're not strong, bro, it's, it's going to be a sad life. It's going to be a long day every single day, man, because every day is a fight. It doesn't get any easier. You're just able to tolerate a little bit more than usual. That's all it is. That's all it is. And that's all it's going to be. It's never going to get any easier. It's never going to get any easier. But as long as you make it through the day, as long as you're alive, as long as God blessed you to have another chance, you're good. Just keep on fighting because you're doing a good thing. You're showing other people that it's possible. So many times I wanted to give up, but people was depending on me. People was depending on me. So, I can't do it. I can't give up the fight. I can't stop. I won't stop. I got to stay tough. I got to stay on it because if I don't do it, then who will? If I don't do it, then who will? Nah, nah. I'm going to do what I got to do. I'm going to do what I got to do. And when it all comes into play, it's going to feel good. It's going to feel good. But in order to get to this point, it's a certain revelation that you have to come across. You got to stop feeling sorry for yourself. You got to let the pain go. You got to let the past go. You got to let it all go so you can grow. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. Stop feeling sorry for other people. If other people don't want to win, but you're trying your best to make them see the right path, but they just don't want to see it, it's only so much you can do. It's only so much you can do. You can't save somebody from drowning. if they just don't want to be saved. You could throw them out. You could throw them a lifeboat. But if they don't get on that boat or life jacket, if they don't put on that life jacket, then they're just going to drown. They never wanted to be saved to begin with. You could lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. If that horse is super duper dehydrated, but you lead that horse to water and he doesn't decide to drink it, then, bro, what can you do? What can you do if that horse doesn't decide to drink that water and the horse ends up dying? It's not your fault. It's not your fault because you showed the horse where life is. You showed the horse where survival is. But the horse said, "Nah, I'm good." And just said, I'm good. I'd rather just go. You just got to let it happen. You can't force them to do it because they're going to rebel against you. There's a lot of times in my life where, I blame myself for certain situations, but still at the same time, I had to pick myself back up too. Cause I'm like, bro, if I would have forced this on that person, shoot, they probably would have rebelled against me. So it's like, you gotta, you gotta let life just teach people lessons because life has a lesson to teach all of us. We all gonna learn some lessons in life, some good, some bad. But as soon as we learn that lesson, it's gonna change us forever. It's gonna change the way how we interact with things forever. That's what it's gonna be. That's what it's gonna be. But yeah, man, stop feeling sorry for yourself. Put that work in. Earn your keep, and you'll be all right. But yeah, I hope you guys got something inspirational out of this video, and I hope you guys are able to lock in with yourselves. And I hope you guys just keep on putting in that work. Some people may want to bring you down, but that's okay. I'm here to pick you up. If you ever need a pick me up, just turn on my videos or go to God. Do both. Do both. That's what it's all about. Getting better than you was the day before. 1% better. 1% better indeed. But yeah, man, if you haven't joined the Discord already, the link is in the description. Let me know if you need any help with it. And also follow me on Instagram at grind_CJ27. And follow me on TikTok as well at Grind Life Productions. But with that being said, yeah, you know what it is. Grind Life Productions. We signing out. Peace.